Nearly $700,000? From where? Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California. I've been City Council watching since at least 2007. Now I'm just trying to make sense of it all. In this video, we'll be doing another coronavirus update in Merced County, and we'll also be going over the City Council meeting agenda for the June 2nd, 2020 Council meeting. Remember a little while back when I asked you to find where your home would be located on this map? You might want to pause this video for a little bit and take another look. In coronavirus news of Merced County, on Monday, May 25th, the county announced the 7th death related to COVID-19. The Merced County resident was a male over the age of 65 with underlying health conditions. They also announced the statewide reopening of places of worship for religious services and in-store retail shopping, subject to some conditions. On Wednesday, May 27th, the county announced the COVID-19 Reopen Merced County Fund, which would provide grants to small businesses, as well as the opening of cooling centers available to the public. As of Friday, May 29th, 2020, there were 283 confirmed cases, 86 active cases, 190 recovered, 7 deaths, and in total 38 ever hospitalized. A total of 6,252 tests were performed, with 5,898 of them coming up negative. These are the COVID-19 positive cases for Merced, Los Banos, Atwater, Delhi, Winton, Livingston, Gustine, and Hillmar as of May the 29th. On the county's case curve chart as of May 29th, you'll notice that although total cases continue to climb, the number of active cases had dipped down a bit. On my graph, you'll notice that I changed the top portion from a yellow to a sort of burnt orange. This represents the time shift from the stricter stay-at-home model and when the reopening process of Merced County began. As of May 29, 2020, active COVID-19 cases were at approximately 30.4%. About 94% of people tested for COVID-19 were negative, and the death rate stood at 2.47%. This chart has been updated to show the number of active cases by age group and also show the percentage of people who were hospitalized in total and those who recovered at home. Moving on to the City Council meeting agenda, open session begins at 7 p.m. If you want to attend the meeting in person, remember seating will be limited and face coverings will be required. On the closed session agenda is labor negotiations with all represented and unrepresented and city employees. Open session begins with call to order, pledge of allegiance, moment of silence, roll call, closed session announcements, and changes to the agenda. After the announcements and reports will be awards, presentations, and proclamations, and one public hearing. Under awards, presentations, and proclamations, we have a presentation on reducing youth tobacco use. Under public hearings is the annual assessments for citywide landscape maintenance. We're going to talk a little bit more about that one later. After the citizen comments portion, there is the consent agenda, and buried, so to speak, in the consent agenda is an item giving notice for the election of the mayor and 2 council members, a city clerk, and a city treasurer. This is something you need to stick in the back of your head. This November, 3 seats on the council will be up, as well as the city clerk and the city treasurer positions. The last item on the agenda is an item to review Livingston's current towing service regulations and policies and provide direction regarding potential ordinance. Now I'm going to come back to that map I asked you to look at earlier. It's a map of the different individual residential and commercial districts within the city of Livingston. Once again, look it over and see if you can spot where your house would be located. All those individual districts we just looked at make up the citywide consolidated landscape maintenance assessment district. The City of Livingston annually levels and collects special assessments in the citywide consolidated landscape maintenance assessment district number 1 to offset the cost of providing the maintenance of landscape improvements within specific areas of the city. There are currently 26 benefit zones within the district as follows, and you can see the list here. And what they mean by an assessment is that these charges end up on your property tax bill. Under fiscal impact of the staff report, it states, fiscal impact, none to the city. Costs are borne by property owners within the referenced subdivisions. And again, what that means is the money does not come out of the city's general fund. These charges end up being covered by placing a levy on property tax bills. I was curious about how much money we were talking about in total, so I went to the city's website and downloaded the agenda packet. Then went to the part of the City Council agenda packet where there was the engineer's report and started looking through it. One of the things I noticed was a sample calculation which said, basically, if you add up the costs of maintaining a residential district and divide that by the number of houses in the district, that's how much every house in the district is charged. I know it's hard to see here, but this is an example of the totals of how much each district is being charged in the maintenance cost. So I decided to go through these pages and add up how much all of these districts were being charged all together. I went through pages 55 through 59 in the City Council agenda packet, and this is what I came up with. Adding up all the individual districts all together, I got a grand total which is close to $700,000. Remember that line about no cost to the city? That's if the levy is passed and adopted by the council. Otherwise, that money has to come from somewhere else, most likely the city's general fund. We should know how much of a chunk the coronavirus has already taken out of the city's finances when the budget comes out. But so far it looks like there are some tough decisions ahead, and it's an election year. But what do you think about all of this? Let me know in the comments. If you're subscribed to the channel already, you might want to check and make sure you're still subscribed so you're notified whenever a new video goes live. And subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this is the gardening snail of Livingston, California, because not every critter is hiding under a rock.